Ooh, and we're back. Maranatha Baptist Crusaders are getting ready to kick off to the Northwestern Bible College. Northwestern College Eagles.
And now it's time for Northwestern College football.
And the kickoff by Trenty Campbell. It's received by number 5.
Northwestern is going to be getting great field position at the start. We're going to be starting at about the 35. Looks like a great game, Derek. Wind is kind of a factor today. Otherwise, this should be pretty run-based. Should be open forward and should be pretty powerful for us.
Yeah, the Eagles today are looking to run well against this Maranatha team. They ran well last week in the Maranatha. They didn't really stop the rush in their first game. So we'll see how Paul Gibbs can do in his second game of the season. Eagles step up to the line. Bobby Miller starting at quarterback. He's got Paul Gibbs and Zach Gam behind him. Gam sets off to the side. So handoff is to Gibbs, and he runs up the middle. Gets about 4 or 5 yards before he's taken down by the Maranatha defense.
Paul Gibbs had a pretty solid game last week. He carried the ball for 16 times for 88 yards against Hamlin. Really had, pretty powerful. No touchdowns, no nothing, but he did look good.
Yeah, he really looked good in his first game with 5.5 yards per carry. Big group tackle on that last play. Northwestern steps up for the second down, 2nd and 6. Gam and Gibbs are behind Miller. Handoff is to Gam, who goes up the middle again. Comes up a little bit, 2-3 yards short. Tackle was by Chad Christensen, the strong safety from Maranatha. 2 yards gained on that last play, so now we're looking at 3rd and 2 coming up for 3rd down. Oh, and that's an offsides.
That'd give him,
should be a big first down here.
Should give Northwestern a first down, probably spot us around the 50 or the 49-yard line. Maranatha looking to pound this ball in real quick, show which offensive line is going to be dominant. That's going to be one of their big keys for the game. Northwestern's offense and defensive line's really going to have to be dominant against this undersized Maranatha Baptist line. The average weight on Maranatha Baptist is only about 220 pounds, where Northwestern is sizably larger.
Northwestern's looking to start out with a good first drive here this week after throwing an interception on the first drive last week. Step up to the line again for a new first down. Miller still under center. He's got Gibbs and Gam behind him once again. Handoff is to Gam, who fights through a couple tackles and makes it about 3 yards up the field.
Looked like Maranatha was going to pretty much telegraph that they were just about to blitz.
Yeah, they're just waiting for the run here in this game. Until we can prove that we can pass against them, they're just going to sit in the middle.
Then again, Northwestern's defense going to be doing pretty much the same thing, Derek. Both teams are run-based offense, going to try and pound it, going to see which team can be more powerful at that line.
Yep, coming up to 2nd down, 2nd and 7. Miller under center. Yunan off to the left, Naki on the right, passes to Yunan. Overthrows him. Yunan gets hit pretty hard. Gets right back up, though, which is a good sign.
It's kind of a good sign to see Northwestern starting to throw the football already. Make sure that Maranatha has to respect Northwestern's throwing ability. But you're pretty much going to see a run-based offense, with 2 pretty much rookie quarterbacks under the helm of Northwestern with Miller and Matthews. It's going to be, carrying on the ball with Paul Gibbs.
Stepping up to 3rd and 7. Once again, we're on 2 wide receiver set. There's a 2-man blitz by Maranatha. Throws by Miller down the middle. Catch by Naki, he runs for the touchdown.
Northwestern touchdown. Bobby Miller does a great fake to Paul Gibbs, throws it right over across the middle. Troy Naki wide open. Maranatha bit the whole way. Bobby Miller, big-time strike, making sure this game looks big and open.
Good score
in Northwestern.
Good score on the first drive here, trying to establish some early dominance. Maranatha had a big blitz on that last one, but Miller was able to escape it and get the pass over the middle for a touchdown. Stepping up for the kick here, Denny Holman is our place kicker. Troy Nocke's going to do the hold. Should be an easy kick here. Snaps down, kick is up, and it's good. 7-0 Northwestern.
Quick strike for Northwestern already. Probably going to try and show Maranatha who's going to be dominant. And, Northwestern hops out to a quick and early lead.
As we get ready to kick the ball off again, Northwestern is really ought to be liking their first score here. Just established some early running dominance, got a quick penalty, and then threw the ball over the middle for about 35, 40 yards for a touchdown. You don't think you can get much better than that.
The Eagle mascot seems to be pretty proud at it, and horsing around on the sideline, which is pretty normal for a mascot to be doing.
Mascot's number 18 in this game. We'll see if he catches any passes later.
The Eagle itself might be a little bit, airborne and dynamic, but I think he's going to remain on the sidelines for us.
Yeah. Getting ready to kick off. Back to receive the kick is James Cole from Maranatha, along with Kirk Myers, the running back and wide receiver, back to catch the kick.
47-yard pass by Miller to Naki for the touchdown on that one. Northwestern's going to kick off here to Maranatha to start the second drive. Maranatha's first. Northwestern will be kicking into the wind, so should get a little bit of help.
Number 62, Tyler Emmert, our outside linebacker, is our kickoff man. Kick is caught by number 81.
Should be really great
Myers.
Starting position for Maranatha, starting on the 39-yard line.
Right up next to the 40, so they should have a short field here to play with. Kirk Myers with a good return off to the sideline, even though it was a short kick.
As we see out there running out, Daniel Atkins, the backup quarterback for Maranatha, is actually starting in place of Nathan Duffy, who's actually under injury right now. You're going to basically see Maranatha try and pound this ball. They do have an undersized line, so it's going to be a line battle.
Maranatha steps under center for the first play of the game. The handoff is to number 20, James Cole. Gets about 5 yards up the middle. They're looking pretty happy with that first play.
Daniel Cole actually, it's kind of surprising to see him start running. Last week he only carried the ball 7 times for 13 yards. Really, Nathan Duffy was a main part of their offense last week. He carried the ball 6 times for 36 yards. He's actually going to be sitting right now, and, Daniel Atkins didn't have a bad game there, Derek. He threw the ball 5 for 14 for 35 yards. Looked pretty solid.
Once it came in after the injury to Duffy. Flag on the play. Another run up the middle by Cole.
Pretty much stopped right at the line. There is a flag.
We'll have to see what the flag is.
Craven on the tackle along with Magard. Flag on the play.
Derek Magard with another tackle after a huge game last week with 7 tackles. Offsides against Northwestern on that play.
That'll move them really close to the first down, if not already give it to them.
Might have to measure on this one.
Nope,
no,
they're
that's
actually going to give it to them.
Yep.
Maranatha and Northwestern already starting off with offside penalties, both giving the other team a first down. The Northwestern struck big on that first opening drive, a 47-yard pass from Miller to Naki with a touchdown, and now, Maranatha looking to try and hop out and do the exact same.
Maranatha steps up with 1 wide receiver, Craig Christensen, off to the left. Fake handoff to Cole. Christensen's going down the left side. Pass is short and incomplete. Good pass rush on that one.
That is going to be basically Northwestern's biggest threat. Their defensive line is sizably larger than Maranatha's. If they can get at the quarterback, Akins is pretty young, pretty inexperienced. He had a kind of a good game, but kind of tough last week. Should be under a lot of pressure today, Derek.
Northwestern's defensive line had a huge game last week with Derek Magard getting 7 tackles, 1 for a loss, and Aaron Brooks leading the UMAC conference with 2 sacks last week. Maranatha comes out with 1 wide receiver once again. Duffy calls the plays. Handoff is to Cole up the middle. He's tackled after about 1-2 yards. Short gain.
Very short gain. It's that dominant defensive line.
Northwestern's defensive line looking very strong so far in this first drive. That brings up 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8.5.
Gain of a yard on the play.
Number 2, Tim Jones, was a wide receiver, comes into the game. Northwestern wants to hold them here on 3rd down and get the ball back. Try to open up a huge lead. Pass play. And he's on. Oh, he gets a pass off. Pass is dropped by number 3, Craig Christensen, though.
Atkins was under massive amounts of pressure as like 3 Northwestern was there.
Going to go to a replay on that last play. Christensen had a great chance for a first down there, but just couldn't hold on to the ball.
Would have been a pretty much close
Coming out for
first
the
down.
punt here, and it looks like Akins, the quarterback, is also the punter for this team, so we'll see how he does here. Barely gets the punt off, almost blocked. Looks like it might have even been tipped off to the right side. Down by Maranatha at the 31-yard line. Not bad starting position for Northwestern College.
Punt.
That punt was about 20 yards in length, so good defense on that punt right there by Northwestern.
Derek Daniel Akins is the punter. Last week he punted 9 times for 297 yards, a grand total of about a 33-yard average.
We got a replay on that punt. See if we actually did replay on the pass that would have given them a first down.
Here's the replay of the pass that
almost got him, but Christensen just couldn't hold on the ball. Northwestern back under center with Gibbs behind him as a running back. Handoff is to Gibbs. He wanted to go around the right side, cuts back to the middle, and nice run there. Really didn't look like he had anything, but he got 3-4 yards.
That is basically what we're expecting out of Paul Giggs. He's a nice, shifty, young running back. He's going to find some holes for you. He's going to get you great yardage. It looks like he got like 7 yards there. Should be a great running back for Northwestern.
Yeah, he's not going to average a huge number, but he will get you 5-6 yards per rush, which will easily get you a few first downs and a touchdown eventually. So.
Absolutely.
Northwestern coming up to 2nd and about 4. We got Naki and Unan out as our wideouts. Naki comes towards the middle. The snap, handoff is to Gibbs again. Breaks 2 tackles and gets up the middle for another 3, 4, 5 yards. So he's looking really
like
strong
it's
today.
almost a close first down. They look like they're going to be giving it to us.
First down, Northwestern.
Really moving the ball quickly here.
Yeah, I mean, Gibbs is looking great so far. Hasn't broken one, but you don't need to break one if you get 5 yards per carry.
First and 10 Eagles from the 42.
Naki leaves the game for this play. Miller steps up to center again for first down. 1st and 10 on our own 42-yard line. 2 wide receivers out to the left. Handoff is to Gam up the middle. Drags about 3 guys up 2 yards.
Gam's a very young, powerful back. You know, he's not going to be able to give you the 5-6 yards that, you know, Gibbs is going to, but he's going to be able to pound that ball, wear down a defense a lot quicker.
Gam did run for 50 yards last week, so good rushing by him, 5 yards per carry. Maranatha's defense not being able to prove much yet here, so they're going to be working on this. We've got 2 wideouts out to the right, Naki and Unan. We've got Gibbs behind Miller for a second. Oh, there is a flag. Probably a false start on Northwestern. Looks like the penalty might have been on number 67, Benj Burrows.
False start against Northwestern.
It is a false start on Northwestern.
Yep.
That will put us 2nd down and 11 to go.
Maranatha looking for a couple big plays here, hold Northwestern, get the ball back. They don't want to fall down 14-0 early in this first quarter.
The ball is on Northwestern's 41.
Northwestern going with 2 wideouts again. That's pretty much what we'll be seeing from them this entire game. Handoff is to Gibbs, who runs up the middle again. Only gets about 3 yards this time. Gets us to 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8 for this next play. Probably looking at a pass here. We'll see what Miller can do for his 2nd pass of the game. Lynch, our tight end, has not been involved so much in the offense yet, so we'll see if he can get into this game.
Lynch was a big factor in last week's game.
He was. He had 3 catches for 80 yards and a touchdown, which was #1 in our receiving corps. It is a pass. Screen out to the right to Gibbs, who gets taken out after a big hit.
Northwestern trying to do a little swing pass there and shut down.
The pass was a little low. We're going to look at this one again, see if he just couldn't handle the pass. Miller drops back, throws it over to Gibbs. Yeah, there he goes. He bobbles the pass and just, couldn't get up high enough. Legs taken out.
Nice clean tackle on that, and Northwestern will punt here for the first time on their second drive.
Curtis Lilly, the freshman, getting ready to punt here. A 6'6" punter, don't see that very often. Good punt down to the 20-yard line.
Nice clean.
Received by number 34 of Maranatha. Jeff Caitlin brings it back up to about the 39.
After a pretty disappointing first drive by Maranatha, they should be looking here to continue to try and pound the ball, but only down by 7 with 7 minutes to go, still in the first quarter.
Definitely do not have to rush anything yet. Got 2 wide receivers. Number 15, the tight end, Chad Stanek, goes in motion. It is another handoff to Cole up the middle. Gets tripped up at the line, only gets about a yard. Flag after the play. Northwestern's defensive line is still holding strong. Personal foul on Northwestern. We're going to see what happened on this one, but that is a 15-yarder.
Personal fouls on Brad Fox. It is, 15-yard penalty. It will be on Maranatha's 46-yard line. If you can't run it, can't pass it, get some penalties and keep the ball moving. Maranatha getting a big jump here right now.
15 yards is huge. Getting down to about the Northwestern 46-yard line.
It's going to probably give some Maranatha some jump into this next play here.
Gives them 1st and 10, looking for a score here. It is a pass out to the side to number 3, Christensen, who runs backwards.
And Christensen runs.
Gets taken out on the line. So
backwards.
Does the ref. Oh, we have an injured ref on the play.
Ref is down on the sideline about the 50-yard line.
Got taken out with the tackle. We had about 7 Northwestern guys there tackling Christensen.
Christensen instantly went back, and, you see Northwestern instantly hopped down to start praying for this ref.
Looked like he fell on his elbow wrong. That's immediately what he grabbed after the fall. We're going to hope he's okay. Everybody hoping and praying. It's great to see such unity by both teams here, just praying for this referee. We have a replay on that. We're going to see what happened to the ref.
Pass comes out to the
left
sideline here. And Christensen does run backwards.
Trying to avoid a tackle here, but there are too many Eagles.
He's going right out of bounds right here.
He's taken out on the sideline.
The ref gets clobbered.
There goes the ref.
Goes down.
But he is up now, and he's looking good. The crowd gives him a big applause. We're happy to see him doing well.
In football, going east and west really barely ever gets you anywhere. Going north and south, that's where you get your yardage. That play is a great example. Christensen tried to make it happen, and he actually got shut down pretty well.
Probably would have gotten more yards if he just put his shoulder down, tried to run forward, taking the tackle.
Absolutely.
Maranatha steps up for 2nd and 9 on the 45-yard line. 2 wideouts out to the right. Handoff is to Anthony Shaver.
One of the great things about the UMAC conference, Derek, is both schools right now are going to be joined under Christ. You saw under the injury, both teams really did hop into prayer. That's something that you rarely see. The UMAC conference is notorious for it. Both schools represented here, in the unity of Christ, especially under Northwestern's Reynolds Field. If it does happen again, God forbid, but that's definitely one thing that you will see different than anywhere else.
Duffy looking for a big pass here on 3rd and 6. 2 wideouts out to the right. Looking for Christensen, but he just takes it around the outside, breaks the tackle. Oh, and he gets taken down.
Atkins is hit very hard.
Big tackle behind the line of scrimmage there.
Atkins trying to run east and west again, and unfortunately there, Maranatha did get shut down very quickly by Northwestern as another big gang tackle, and it's 4th down.
4th and about 6.
They're calling it 4th and 6 right now, and Maranatha is going to punt for it again. Atkins, the punter, 300 yards punting last week. This is his second drive.
We got Union and Naki, our wideouts, back. That looked that punt was tipped
kick
again. Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Just not good punts here by Atkins.
Both teams kind of struggling under, the special teams. Maranatha not having a great kicking game. Northwestern's very, very limited in roster. They're pretty much using everybody they have on their sidelines, playing, offense or defense, and especially special teams.
Quite a few injuries on the Northwestern sideline. Derek Thorson as a wide receiver. Charles Schneider as our offensive lineman. We just got a couple of big injuries out there, not being able to help very much right now.
One of the big things Northwestern lost from last year is almost half their starters did not return because of graduation or just they stopped playing.
Yeah, we only have 11 out of 22 starters playing again this year, so we're hoping for the new squad to do as good as the old squad. Passes to Naki out to the right side, big block.
Nice block.
Breaks the corner and gets pushed out of bounds around the 46-yard line. Good play on the outside. Nice broken tackle by Naki. Big block by number 80, Joe Vander Ark on the play around the outside. Northwestern gets another 1st down, going on 1st and 10 at their own 46, 45 and a half. 3 wide receivers on this play with only Gibbs behind the quarterback. It is, oh, nope, it's a run to Gibbs up the middle. Oh, he had a hole, but he just got shoelace tackled at the line. Gets about 2 yards, brings up 2nd and 8.
Morrow on the tackle. Gain of 2 yards.
Maranatha trying to hold him once again here. Held him last drive, but they get Northwestern that big touchdown on the first drive with the pass from Miller to Naki.
Naki is Northwestern's biggest threat out in that wide receiving core. He was named to the All-American squad, preseason All-American, and looking to have a really great season for us.
Big tackle behind the line there.
Northwestern not being able to run at all on this drive.
Ever since that first drive, they've been shut down. Gibbs with the run, loses about a yard. Brings up 3rd and 9 for the Northwestern College Eagles. Miller checking the play over at the sideline. Maranatha getting pretty excited here. Looking for another stop, trying to get the ball back.
It is 3rd and 9. Northwestern probably, they're definitely in a passing down.
2 wideouts, split tailbacks.
Look for Northwestern to
pass.
go to
Miller's looking to the left. He throws it up to Naki, who comes back, catches the ball for a good 1st down, about 20 yards.
Stretches, looks like he got to about the 36. It is definitely a Northwestern 1st down. Fans are cheering. Northwestern starting to get on a roll here.
But not before another Northwestern.
Crowd's getting into the game here pretty good. Got a replay on that 1st down pass.
We're going to be watching the Bobby Miller to Troy Naki pass here.
Going to watch
Miller
Naki
stops
step back.
Throws it up kind of as a last minute. Naki comes back for it, catches it, makes a nice long stretch. Definitely gets,
about an 18-yard pass on that last play.
Get all the bang for his buck on that one.
Northwestern coming up again.
Miller looking sharp today.
Handoff is to Gam up the middle, who's got a big rush, gets taken down by 2 men, but not before the 1st down.
Gam is a very big back. If he gets those holes, he's got enough speed to get, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. And then when he does get you, he's going to be able to plow into guys and get you an extra 2, 3 yards. And that's what he did that time. He got his 8, 9,
got a
and
replay.
He picked up an extra 3.
Got a replay on that last run. Handoff is quick to Gam up the middle. Maranatha not really expecting that, and he doesn't get taken down. He's definitely not getting taken down by one guy, so it takes two guys to get him down, but not until he gets down to about the 22-yard line.
You definitely saw Maranatha's strong safety and free safety come up and make a nice tackle there, though.
Coming up to the red zone area, which Northwestern is very strong in. Handoff is to the left to Gibbs. Many Maranatha guys chasing him, but he still gets around for about 4 or 5 yards. Good rush by Gibbs. Didn't look like he had much, but he still stretched it for about 4 yards for 2nd and 6 here. Down to the Maranatha 18-yard line in the red zone for the first time is Northwestern. About 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in this first quarter.
Northwestern is leading 7-0.
Threatening here again, coming down to the end zone.
Northwestern's third drive.
2 wideouts out to the right. Handoff is to Gam again up the middle. Not going down at all. Nobody can even take him down.
Gam is a very, very powerful back for Northwestern. Took about 4 guys on there, and that's what you're going to be seeing out of Gam. He's going to be hard to take down.
We got a replay on that big 5-yard run. The handoff is to Gam, who cuts it up the middle and then jumps out to the left side. Doesn't go down on the first man. Takes about 3 guys to finally push him down when we have a 3rd and 1 now at the Maranatha 14.
And there is a penalty against Maranatha.
Nope, it's against Northwestern.
Oh.
Declined. Oh, nope. Offsetting penalties.
2 personal fouls, one against Maranatha, one against Northwestern. They offset each other. This drive has been 7, plays for 54 yards. It's been pretty much an uphill battle here. Both teams looking pretty solid at the lines, like we've quoted before. That's where Maranatha or Northwestern is going to win this one, offense and defensive lines.
Northwestern steps up for 3rd and 2. One knocky out to the right, two backs. Miller takes it up the middle on his own. Huge quarterback sneak, gets about 4 yards.
That is Northwestern's offensive line just power driving Maranatha's defense. Size difference there probably playing the biggest factor. Bobby Miller gets 4 or 5 yards and puts Northwestern into the first down territory, and probably about 9 and goal here. First down and goal.
Miller's not a small guy himself, standing at 6'4", 235 pounds, so he's got quite some size to rush up the middle there. Northwestern steps up. 1st and goal on the 9-yard line. Really looking for a score here. It'd be disappointing for anything but a touchdown. Gibbs out to the left,
Gibbs
breaks the first tackle, breaks the second, gets down to about the 5-yard line. Shows some speed on that last play.
Maranatha showing a quick blitz off that outside. I'm almost questioning whether or not a cornerback, almost didn't see it.
I'm going to look at the replay on that one. Everybody was on sides, but he got around really quick. Gibbs did a good job in breaking those 2 tackles, though. Brings up 2nd and goal from the 6.
Naki out to your wide right.
Gibbs in the backfield again. Gam up at fullback. Miller takes it around the outside for the quarterback draw. Naki with the big block and touchdown, Bobby Miller.
Bobby Miller took it in from about 6 yards out to put Northwestern up 13-0. Big time block off Troy Naki. Really showing he's a versatile, wide receiver, not only catching the ball successfully, but definitely being a big time blocker for us.
Gonna look at that play once again, see what went right. Miller just took it around the outside. Nobody expecting that. Couldn't catch up to the 6'4" Bobby Miller. Big block by Naki on the outside. Miller just stretches for a touchdown.
Puts Northwestern up with 39 seconds in the first quarter.
Extra point is up, and it's good for a quick 14-0 lead for Northwestern College.
Northwestern has to be definitely excited about the way they're driving right now. 3 drives, 2 touchdowns, 47-yard pass from Bobby Miller to Troy Naki. Miller taking a 6 yards run. Bobby Miller having an exceptional game with 39 seconds still in the first quarter. Northwestern looks like they're dominating this game already.
Miller really showing that he should be the starting quarterback on this team. Northwestern has to be excited after a 30-6 loss last week against
Hamlin.
Hamlin, yeah.
During that game, Derek, Northwestern turned the ball over 7 times. You're not going to be able to win a football game, especially if you turn it over that many times. Bobby Miller and Matthews really had struggles. Combined 7 interceptions off them, 4 picks in the day, 3 fumbles. Northwestern just had a very bad case of the fumbleitis.
Yep, just couldn't hold on to the ball, which really hurts you in that turnover category. Saw it with the Vikings last year and the Northwestern the first game this year. If you can't hold on to the ball, you're not going to win the game.
That was a tough break for Northwestern last week. Just couldn't hang on to it.
Hamlin really was a team that we were expecting to beat after beating them big last year. But now we're coming out with a new attitude for the second game of the season and winning 14-0, getting ready for the kickoff.
Northwestern here to kick off still into the wind. Should get pretty decent length off it.
Kick is going to be taken by Kirk Myers, the wide receiver from Maranatha, who runs up the middle, gets a good gain up to about the 34 before taken down by the Eagles.
Myers did have a little bit of a problem picking it up. Real low line kicks you're seeing today. It might be the wind keeping it down, or just
Northwestern is having an outside linebacker as our kicker this week, so not a huge kicker, but it seems to be working with those low kicks. Can't really handle them off the catch. Maranatha really looking for a score here, try to stay in this game. Don't want to fall too hard behind too early. The handoff is to the left side to Anthony Shaver.
Big pile up right on the offensive defensive line.
Only about 2 yards after being tackled by the entire Northwestern Eagles defense.
Yeah, flock of Eagles there,
Flock of Eagles, just taking them down.
Stanek, the ball carrier, stopped by the line of the Eagles.
You can see on the sidelines, Troy Nocke's getting his right ankle taped. An injury that did bother him last year. Still had a great season, but hopefully he can make it back. That'll be a big loss for Northwestern if he can't.
Hopefully we can find out what's going on with that. But at the end of the first quarter, the Northwestern Eagles are leading 14-0 with a big time offense and good defense, just holding Maranatha to basically no yards on the game.
Right now, after that first quarter, Maranatha has to be very disappointed. 2 drives, 2 punts. Northwestern came out in 3 drives, put up 14 points, really is dominating this game 14-0. Maranatha is going to get the bell to start the second quarter up on 31 with a 2nd and 8 to go. Maranatha has to definitely start to try and get this underway. Their quarterback pretty inexperienced. Their offensive line pretty small, getting dominated right now by Northwestern's defensive line. They may have to try and start this one a wide open offense and see what can happen.
Maranatha not looking too well right now with only 12 yards of total offense in the first quarter, only 1 passing yard. So we're going to see if they can open anything else up for this second
We might
quarter.
already start to see young Daniel Atkins, the lefty quarterback, starting to throw.
We're going to see if they want to open up the offense or if they just keep pounding it up the middle. Well, see a flea flicker here, but Akins gets taken down behind the line.
Big time play by
R.T. Maldiner comes in there for half the tackle.
the middle line, or the senior strong safety, making a great read. Didn't buy the run fake at all. Flea flickers, they do tend to pay off because you got to be quick, but Northwestern just breaking down Maranatha's offensive line and going right after, Atkins.
They're not giving him any breaks here in the second quarter. It's too early to let up, so Northwestern up 14-0 and looking to make more. We're going to see a shotgun play here by Maranatha. Atkins takes the big pass by Atkins up the middle. The Christensen is caught, but too short, about 5 yards short of the first down.
Christensen is a big wide receiver. Definitely going to give...
Got a replay on that last play. Christensen's about 188 pounds, so he's definitely going to pull his weight around in the middle of the field there with the safeties and cornerbacks out there. Atkins is scrambling, but finds Christensen up the middle, but a good tackle there.
Christensen definitely, he doesn't play like a small 5'11" wide receiver. Showed like he has a much bigger target.
Atkins with a better punt on this play.
Definitely
it's taken by Nocky, who takes it out to the left. Big stiff arm on number 23. It takes it around the outside. Nobody can really get him until he gets taken out of the bounds at the Maranatha 45-yard line. Big punt return there by Nocky.
That was Daniel Atkins' first big-time punt today. He's been averaging about under 20 yards, and now he's starting to show.
He finally gets one away. Naki, though, just takes it and says, "You're not getting many yards on us. We're taking it back." Miller coming out for his 4th drive of the game after 2 touchdowns with 1 pass touchdown and 1 running touchdown. So he's looking to have a great game today. We'll see if he can keep it up on this 4th drive.
Looks like Troy Naki might be cramping up a little. You can kind of see him on the sidelines trying to stretch, his legs out, get his arms back into it, trying to figure out what's going on here.
False start on Northwestern. It's going to bring us back 5 yards for 1st and 15.
So far, it's been a pretty clean game. Northwestern and Maranatha has been kind of penalty prone already. Both young teams, both looking, last year we were in the UMAC North championship game. Northwestern won it 9-7 in a very, crucial last-minute kick. And, both teams, lost some good players. And
we got an update down on the field about Trinaki.
After this play, we're actually going to be throwing it down to our sideline reporter, Paul Keller, with the Troy Naki update.
You got 2 wideouts and Gibbs behind the quarterback. False start again, it looks like.
This should be 1st and 20 now.
Might jump back to 1st and 20. We're going to go down to the field now for Paul Keller.
Thanks, Tony and Derek. Well, as far as the Troy Naki situation goes, I talked to one of the fitness trainers down here, and she said he's just having a little problem with his right ankle right now, just kind of tensing up on him a little bit, getting some cramps in his legs. But other than that, nothing too serious. She said, don't worry, it's not really going to affect this game, just needs to stretch it all out. So that's about all we got down on the sidelines for you right now. Back up to you, Tony and Derek.
Northwestern sits back up here for 1st and 20. Fake pass play. Miller trying to avoid the defense, but he gets taken down for about a loss of 10, 11 on the play. Huge sack by Maranatha. Going to bring up about 2nd and 31.
Looks like a big-time 2nd and 30 yards. Definitely already into a passing down with the Northwestern Eagles, just walking well backwards. Something that happened last week, but not this week at all so far. Definitely have to go to the air really quick, or just try and move the ball on the ground, burn off some clock here.
Maranatha is definitely going to be going after the quarterback on this play, trying to keep Northwestern from pulling out a huge play here. Got Naki and Yunan off to the left, trying to catch this pass. But we are on a run up to the middle of the Gibbs. Maranatha not expecting that one at all. Gibbs gets about 8 yards on the play. Kind of surprised him a little bit.
Kind of what I thought, Derek. Definitely Northwestern's moving for it. Well down, probably just expecting to punt here. They're definitely going to be a 3rd down, probably about 23. Definitely a throwing down here.
Yeah, we're going to look at that last run here, see if it actually surprised Maranatha, if they just didn't have anybody in there.
Run right up the middle by Gibbs. Clean, holes, nice, clean, solid. Northwestern's offensive line doing some damage on that Maranatha's smaller defensive line.
Dave Moore, the defensive back, got the tackle on that last one. Keeps Gibbs from getting anything more than he got.
3rd and 24. Northwestern's definitely in a passing down right now. You're either going to see it go to the air here, which we are seeing. Bobby
We got a pass
Miller.
going out to the left. Bobby Miller throws it down for Naki, who jumps and could not come down with it.
Pretty solid defense.
Big
number 11.
Trent Campbell with the tip on that play. We're going to look at that again to see if it was pass interference at all. Miller dropped back. He looked to have a pretty wide open backfield. Threw up the pass off his back foot, came up a little bit short. Naki just couldn't get it because Campbell just reached around.
Campbell.
Good play there.
Miller just throwing off his
got
back
the punt
foot,
here.
A nice tile floater, hoping for,
not a bad punt. Picked up by number 34. Runs around the left. Couldn't get many yards.
Picks up about 8 on the return. Pretty solid, giving him about 1st down on the on Maranatha 34.
Jeff Catlin with the return.
Definitely need some offense out of Maranatha. Northwestern pretty much right now dominating. this game 14-0.
Maranatha still with only 16 yards in the game with 11 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So Northwestern's defense just showing a huge outing here, stopping Maranatha.
Maranatha has punted the first 3 times on their only 3 drives. This is their 4th drive, trying to get something started.
Throw a pitch out to Cole, flag on the play, but Cole gets taken down after a short game.
Flag in the backfield, it looks like it could be against Maranatha. Number 2, Tim Jones, a sophomore wide receiver.
Might be holding on that play. We're going to see.
It is holding.
Illegal block in the back on Maranatha. That's a tough penalty right there.
And we're going to hop out to replay to see exactly what happened. Getting the end right here.
Yep.
Here's the replay.
Watch number 2, Tim Jones right here.
Jones.
That's who they called the penalty on.
Pitch and
I don't know if that looked like a block in the back, just kind of looked like he got in the way, but they called the penalty. We had 4 guys jumping on their running back, so that wouldn't have been a gain either way, so good play by Northwestern. Walking off the penalty now. Looks like it's going to be a 10-yarder.
With 4th place in their season opening meet at St. John's University, Kristen Bresson and Kristen Thompson both finished in the top 15. Congratulations, women. 10-yard penalty, 1st and 20 from the 28.
Big first down here again from Maranatha. 1st and 20, not really the situation they were hoping for. Going for the pass by Atkins. Oh, dropped by number 15, who gets taken out after the catch. Chad Stanek, the tight end, could not hang on to the ball.
Stanek couldn't come up with Atkins' ball, which was thrown well behind, clearly taken out at the feet. We're going to hop down to replay at that last play.
We're going to look at that big hit after the catch.
You can see Atkins roll out to his left, throw behind Stanek.
Stanek almost had it, but just couldn't hold on the ball and gets his legs taken out.
Northwestern playing great defense so far today.
They're not leaving the field open at all. Maranatha with a 2nd and 20 here. Got some ground to make up, some points to make up. Really not a good game yet for Maranatha. The snap is high, goes over Atkins' head. Tried to fall on it.
A high snap by the center in the shotgun, which is pretty, tough in college and, the big leagues, but Atkins couldn't come up with it. And a quick cover by Luke Craven, senior All-America, or senior preseason All-American. Already getting his name recognized here, covering up a quick,
Maranatha's in trouble here with a 3rd and what looks like 33. So we're going to need a huge pass play by them here even to get out of their own end zone. 3rd and 33 on their own 10-yard line. Stepping up with 2 wide receivers.
You're definitely going to see Daniel Atkins try and get this one out in the air. And
the handoff is to Cole, who goes up the middle for about 5 yards, just trying to get out of the end zone for the punt, try to get it away.
Maranatha has to be definitely disappointed, and already, the 14 minutes has been played so far. 10 minutes just into left in the second quarter, and definitely getting dominated up on the defense and offensive lines.
Going to look at that last run one more time before the punt. Cole gets the handoff, tries to go up the middle, bounces off his own guys, and just couldn't keep his footing.
Pretty solid run for Cole.
Got the punt here by Atkins. Gets another good one away.
Second.
Going to be caught by Unin. Unin takes it out to the left side. Big block there. Gets taken out of the sideline at about Maranatha's 40-yard line.
Actually, that is Northwestern's 40. Going to give Northwestern great field position.
14-yard punt return.
14-yard punt return by Ben Unin. Big play there. We're getting some good blocking by our back guys here on the punt returns, so we've gotten some good yards. Northwestern steps up for the 5th drive of the game. Bobby Miller hoping to score again. Wants to pad his stats a little bit. Maranatha's got to be kind of disappointed after a game and a quarter and a half here. They still haven't scored any points, so their offense has got to be getting a little frustrated.
You know, Northwestern's only up 14. Maranatha does have a whole second half to this play.
Gibbs with a good run out to the right. He breaks a couple tackles and moves up about 8 yards.
Northwestern's definitely going to look to try and put some more points on the board. You know, 14 points is definitely not tough to make up. It seems, though, that, you know, Maranatha is getting dominated, but, you know, 2 quick strikes and Maranatha's back in this.
We've all seen it happen before.
Northwestern's definitely going to go for more points here.
Northwestern stepping up for a 2nd and 2 here after a big run by Gibbs to the outside.
2nd and 2 from the 32.
We got Naki and Unin both to the left, Naki in the slot. We got Gibbs and Gam behind the quarterback, waiting for the run. It's a play action. Miller with the pass to Naki up the middle, who just could not get to the ball a little bit long. Looks like he might have been held up a little bit in the middle of the field.
Nice hard play fake by Paul Gibbs and Bobby Miller.
Got a replay there on the play
come
fake.
Up with it.
Miller with the fake handoff. Looks good hiding it behind his body. Pass is just a little bit long for the diving Naki, though. Just couldn't get his hand to it.
Bobby Miller definitely has the size advantage over his backup. You know, at 6'4", 240 pounds, he's definitely got the body to hide footballs around his hips and just give you great play fakes, just as we just saw.
Run up the middle to Gam, who breaks some more tackles and just keeps running. He's a bull, ladies and gentlemen.
Gam definitely do his bulldozing impression right now as he picked up like 4 or 5 yards and just keeps piling up some yards, but he's running right through people.
We got a replay on that last first down by Gam. Nobody can take him down. He's just bouncing guys off of him. Takes 3-4 guys every time to take Gam down.
Looks like 5 Maranatha up there, and then you know, still couldn't get him. They finally stopped him after they got 5 Maranatha backers on him. Gam broke 3 tackles going on that. Looks like he's definitely the power back of Northwestern here.
Got a quick thunder and lightning combination in our backfield with Gibbs and Gam. Gibbs with a quick run out to the right side. Gets taken down for about a 1 yard loss.
East and west there and didn't pick up anything.
Northwestern will take 1 bad play out of 8 though, so.
Yeah, definitely the offense is moving here for Northwestern. I talked to a couple of the players on the sidelines, and they were all pumped up, saying, you know, our offense can shut them down. Our offense can, you know, get the ball in the end zone. Our defense can definitely shut them down. Our special teams are solid. We just have to cut out the turnovers, and right now that's exactly what they've done, giving the ball definitely through the running game, keeping the ball out of the air as limited as possible, even though Bobby Miller in the first quarter hit Troy Naki for a 47-yard touchdown.
After no gain, it's 2nd and 8. Quick pass, Naki, who reaches out, and huge pass by Naki, breaks the tackle and gets down to the 5.
Troy
Great
Naki
catch.
Coming up with a left-handed, one-handed grab, breaking a couple, you know, big-time tackles.
We're going to go down to the replay on that one. We have to see that one again. That was a great catch by Naki.
Miller
with a quick pass.
Naki coming up
just
with
reaches out, lunges for the ball.
Kind of catches it with his left hand and his, you know, his legs and breaks away.
Bounces
with a
off
couple
and
of tackles. And,
cornerback.
You know, it's 1st and goal from the 6. Northwestern looking here right now with just over 7 minutes to go.
Last time they were in this position, Miller ran around the outside for a touchdown. Give us to Gam up the middle, who bounces off a guy and just keeps pushing.
The power of Gam trying to get into the end zone. Looks like he may have gotten 3 or 4.
Just a little bit short down to about the 1 or 2 yard line. So just bounced off that first guy and keeps going. But nobody can take him down with one guy right now.
The power of Gam right now definitely looking like it's Northwestern's best bet. With only 2 to go before hitting into the end zone again. Probably going to see a run here, just trying to drive it as hard as it can right into the end zone. Northwestern looking extremely solid right now on offense.
They got to be pretty excited with 3 chances to pound it in here from the 2 yard line. The handoff is on the left to Gibbs, who goes around the outside, and just nobody can catch up to him.
Touchdown Northwestern.
Nice touchdown.
Gibbs takes it east and west and gets the 2 yards that he needs going over the pylon. Very clean, very solid. Northwestern up 20.
Gibbs is just too fast going around the outside. We're going to take a look at that one again. Good handoff to Gibbs. Blocked by Gam. Just nobody even touches him going into the end zone. Great play.
Speed of Paul Gibbs going to the outside. Thunder and lightning.
Denny Holzman going for another extra point. Kick is up. And it's
Clean.
good.
Northwestern now leads 21-0 with 6 minutes and 28 seconds left in the second quarter.
Kind of a bad snap on that kick, but Naki was able to put it down and turn around for Holzman to get it through the uprights.
Northwestern's just dominating this game, Derek. Their offense is going, just flowing. The 4 drives, 3 for touchdowns and 1 big-time punt. Maranatha really struggling at this point.
Here at Northwestern, we have football frenzy going on.
Fans are all over the place, getting excited. Cheerleaders are active. Northwestern has to be, enjoying this football game. Northwestern, leading 21-zip, pretty much an offensive game for them. Definitely just being dominant.
Northwestern fans waiting for halftime, where some of them will get a chance to win free tuition for a year with the punt, pass, and kick contest. Northwestern setting up for another kickoff. Number 62, Steve Terpstra, once again kicking off, looking for another one of his signature low kicks. Excuse me, that's Tyler Emmert.
Yeah, I thought Steve Terpstra was...
yeah, he plays for Maranatha.
Yeah, he's one of the starting tackles for Maranatha.
Yep. I was just trying to confuse you. Yep, there's a big kick by Emmert here. Northwestern kick. Keeps it low again, bounces it down.
Emmert.
Touched by Maranatha, grabbed finally by number 81, Kirk
Emmert
Myers.
looks like he tried doing onside and just got way too much on it as it bounced and then definitely popped up nice and high, but Northwestern couldn't come up with it. Maranatha's going to get great field position. 1st and 10 from the 35. With 6 minutes and 25 seconds left before halftime, Maranatha has to be excited about this field position, only having to go about a quarter of the way. Definitely going to get excited here.
Got a good high bounce on that kick, but it just went a little bit too far for Emmert. Northwestern couldn't come up with it. Atkins steps up for another drive here, looking to be a little bit more successful. Goes for the pass on 1st down. Didn't see anybody open, so he takes it himself up the field, gets taken down, but it looks like it might be a 1st down for Maranatha.
Atkins, a great scramble there. Nobody's open, down the field, so he takes it off on his own. Gets about 8-9 yards. He got 10 on the jump, and we're going to throw it back to replay. See Atkins roll out, struggling with Northwestern size coming after him. Decides to take it on its own. Leaps over, I think it was strong safety, and lands about 10 yards down the field.
Yep, when you're down 21-0, there's no sliding in this game. Atkins takes it, hands it off. Shaver takes it up the middle for about 5 yards. Good rush by him, one of his most successful of the day, actually.
Maranatha's head coach Tom Price has to be a little, excited to see, Daniel Atkins, known for more of a pocket-style quarterback, taking off and running there. Nathaniel Duffy last week had pretty much the bulk of Maranatha's rushing yards, and really kind of missing that spark, with Duffy down and Atkins now the starter. Price has to be pumped to see this, but also has to be a little worried to see his quarterback going through the air.
Colin Shaver behind the quarterback. Handoff is to Shaver. It looked like a delayed handoff. Gets about 2 yards on the run. Bring up 3rd and 4 on the next play.
Here's your second number with a chance for free tuition for a year. Number 5, 2, 4, 8.
Maranatha just trying to get some running yards here, trying to move it up the field. Don't want to give Northwestern another chance to score again before halftime. Northwestern wants to stop him here in 3rd down, get the ball back, just make this lead a little bit too insurmountable. But we're going to see what Maranatha can do here in 3rd down. Pass by Atkins, tipped at the line by number 95, Luke Craven.
All-American Luke Craven, starting to get a big name. He's got long arms. He's getting it out there and, definitely trying to shut him down. If you can't get the quarterback, stick your arms up and see what you can't knock down.
Big play there for the incomplete pass. Maranatha looking to punt again. Unless with only 4:32 remaining. Nope, they're going for the punt.
Atkins will be trying to pin Northwestern as deep as possible, hopeful that his defense can shut him down and give his offense another chance.
Trying to get a good punt off here. Goes straight up, basically.
High punt.
Not bad.
Out of bounds at probably around like the 25. Decent field position, but you know, where Northwestern has been starting, this isn't anything new to them because last week they had pretty poor field position playing Hamlin. This week they've been starting around like the 35-40, giving great field position, only like 60-some yards to go. This is Northwestern so far, their farthest back drive that they're going to have to attempt.
Northwestern starting with 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line. Might try to just pound the ball in here a few times, get the clock to run down, but we'll see what they choose to do. We got Unan off to the left, Naki off to the right, Gam and Gibbs in the backfield. Miller under center, takes a snap. He's going for the pass on 1st down, throws it up to Naki along the right sideline. 2 defenders, and Naki almost comes down with it.
Looked like Maranatha was going to get a present as looked like the ball is going to be a heave hole for an easy pick, but Naki comes down with 2 Maranatha defenders, takes the ball out of them, and the ball hits the ground, no interception. Bobby Miller definitely got lucky. Northwestern really turnover prone last week. So far we haven't seen it. That's why we're seeing the insurmountable lead of 21-0 right now. Northwestern's offense is flowing. They cannot have turnovers, Derek. You know, this is the way Northwestern's got to do it. Pound the ball, throw every once in a while, and, you know, win on the ground. 2 young quarterbacks leading the way for Northwestern, and, you know, pretty solid with Bobby Miller and Dan Matthews, the young backup.
Holding penalty on that last play moves Northwestern back, so even if Naki had caught the pass, it wouldn't have mattered. Miller steps under for 2nd and 20. Gives it to Gam again, who just bowls his way up for 5 yards.
The powerful Gam gets about 5 yards on that. You know, Gam has definitely been doing his, you know, fair share of carrying Maranatha and Northwestern right now. Carrying Maranatha players about every 4 or 5 yards, and, you know, carrying Northwestern about 6 yards every time he's gotten the ball so far.
Gam comes off to the sideline. They're taking a quick look at his side. We're going to see if he's okay. Northwestern looking up for about 3rd and 16 here, 3rd and 15. Got Unan off to the left, Naki off to the right.
Zach Gam, number 89, just readjusted.
Fake handoff. Miller looking for the pass, but he gets sacked behind the line. Taken down by Justin Morrow.
Miller under pressure, going back. Northwestern now probably about 3rd and about 25. Definitely getting the pressure in there is Maranatha. Gam coming back onto the field after readjusting his pads, so no injury there. Troy Naki never got an update, but definitely seems to be playing all right. You know,
he's looking good. He's running quick. He's going to be out to the left here on this play. Northwestern really only taking up about 1.5 minutes on this drive so far. We're going to get a quick handoff.
Gives it back to Gam for 4 or 5. Looked a little bit more shifty there. Maybe they readjusted some pads, gave him a little bit more agility. You know, with 4th and 15 right now, Northwestern will definitely try to be punting the ball as far as it can, trying to limit Maranatha's chances here in the first half.
They tried to run the ball there to take a little bit more time off the clock. That's going to bring them down to about 2 minutes at this punt. Going to get this off right before the 2-minute warning. Lilly looking for another big punt. He's been doing pretty well today. Maranatha with some pressure, but they just couldn't get to him. Good spiraling punt by Lilly. Ball bounces down at the 36-yard line by Northwestern.
Solid punt by Lilly, giving a nice high bounce for Northwestern as we have Northwestern number 35, Brian Eads coming down, the junior defensive back, you know, getting down there as fast as he can so there won't be a return. Maranatha just let it go. I mean,
Lilly gets his punts high. No chance for a return by Maranatha on that last one. Maranatha's going to step up for 1st and 10 on the 36, hoping to score some points before halftime. They have 2 minutes and 3 seconds left. It's going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Maranatha has to be disappointed, and they'd much rather go into halftime, you know, 21-7 than 21-0. You know, any points right now would be big inspiration coming back into the second half.
Pass to the left out to Christensen, gets about a loss of 3 yards, really not helping the passing yards of Atkins.
Christensen has definitely been shut down most of the game. You know, very little, a lot of east and west type stuff, but, you know, he's gotten 1 pass for, 5 yards was his big catch so far?
One catch up the middle for 5 yards, the rest going out to the side. One for a loss of 1, one for a loss of 3. So they're really not looking too great right now. Christensen not getting too many yards. Northwestern's cornerbacks just being a little bit too overpowering for him. Going into the shotgun here again for Maranatha. Last time they did this, a snap went over his head. Gets a snap, throws it over the middle. That's intercepted. Good interception by Northwestern. Number 23, Tom Tadish, the freshman, catches that one in the backfield.
Northwestern getting a tip off. Christensen, goes right into Tadish's hands, and down with 1:19 left in all 3 timeouts. Northwestern could be looking here to try and put this one in, if not even a field goal. They're given pretty solid field position at their own 49-yard line. Have less than half the field to go before they can get even into some field position. Looks like a good chance for Northwestern to put this one up, maybe 24 to 28 points. We're going to see what happens. Northwestern definitely dominating. Defense stepping up with a huge interception.
Northwestern starting on their own 49-yard line here, looking like they're going for some plays. Handoff is to Gibbs, who just gets stopped in the backfield. Gets up back to about the line of scrimmage. Some flags on the play.
It looked like he hit the back of one of his own linemen and somehow got back to the line of scrimmage.
Kept his legs turning to avoid the loss, but still runs for 0 yards, doesn't get you anywhere. Northwestern stepping up for 2nd and 10, depending on what this penalty is. Face mask on the defense. It's going to be a 5-yarder. Good play there. Going to move up 5 yards to about the 46-yard line of Maranatha, stepping up for 1st and 6.
So a shutdown play actually turns into a 5-yard gain for Northwestern.
2nd and 6 here. Maranatha Northwestern has 3 wideouts on the play with only Gibbs behind the quarterback.
Actually, the sideline over on Maranatha's side should be 1st and 5 with the penalty.
Penalty's added on at the end of the play, so it moves them up to 2nd and 5.
The Eagles men's golf team got their season underway.
I think that's exactly what the referees are talking about.
Trying to figure out what play it is right now.
Scoreboard says 1st and 5 from the 46.
Marker on the field says 2nd and 5, so we're going to see what they end up calling this one.
Northwestern's women's soccer team topped North Central.
1st down for Northwestern.
It is 1st down, just what I thought. Face masking penalties normally cancel out the play, and you get either the play if it's longer than 5, or they give the 5 yards.
With the change of possession, with the change of 2nd down to 1st down, Northwestern's going to change their play up a little bit. Miller stepping back into the huddle, getting a play from the sideline. We're going to see what they choose to do here. They have about 46 yards to go in 1 minute and 2 seconds, so we're going to see if they can get close enough for field goal range.
It's Coach Talley is either going to try and pull something out to try and really make this lead insurmountable, but he might just try and pound it away, get this game into halftime, and see where they go in the 2nd half.
It's been a while since we've seen a dominating offense like this from Northwestern. Did pretty well last year, going 8-2, losing in the championship game, but good game so far by Northwestern. 3 wide receivers once again with only Gibbs in the backfield. We're going to see if they go with the pass play. It's a pass out to the left. Miller rolling. Throws it up to Naki with another catch. Goes out of bounds at about the 36-yard line.
Bobby Miller, not known for his mobility, but definitely getting around in his pocket. Hitting Troy Naki on this left side of the field. Looks solid, stopping the clock with 54 seconds.
Naki with the catch, gets out of bounds to stop the clock. For now, we have Northwestern has a 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Miller steps under center again with 3 wide receivers. Don't see this very often from Northwestern, but a handoff up the middle to Gibbs, who breaks 1 tackle at the line, gets up about 4 yards.
Clock is still running. Derek, you talked about how Northwestern has really not seen a powerful offense. They have not had a dominating performance like this since last year. The UMAC bowl game, they lost to, I think it was Rockford, but I'm not exactly sure. But they won the North against Maranatha in the Metrodome, 9-7. So not a definite, their offense was struggling there. Last week they lost to Hamlin, not a great offensive game. Northwestern really has to be pretty pleased with the way their offense is running.
Northwestern looking to step up here for 2nd and 6. Clock is stopped at 46 seconds. Looks like a timeout.
And next week, the Eagles football team hits the road again as they travel to Rockford College for a 2 p.m. kickoff.
Northwestern will be on the road next week against Rockford College at 2 o'clock. Rockford College really had a dominant game against Trinity last week, 105-0.
It's been a long time since we've seen a team score 105 points in a football game.
It's very rare to ever see it happen. Marcus Howard had well over almost 400 yards on about 30 carries and 5 TDs. Definitely the UMAC,
Most dominating rushing game in pretty much UMAC history, only throwing 2 passes in the entire game, still scoring 105 points. So Miller takes it out back for 2nd and 6, and he takes it himself. He goes up the middle. He's cutting it back to the left. Gets down on the ground after the good gain and a first down for the Northwestern College Eagles.
Holding his left leg.
Miller looks to be down on the play.
Definitely not moving anytime quick. Miller down.
He's holding his hamstring. He's laying on his stomach right now. Everybody gets down on one knee.
Bobby Miller trying to, play Daniel Atkin and the run there, but definitely got hit hard.
Everybody hoping he's going to be okay. This could be a huge blow against Northwestern here. Bobby Miller's had a great game so far. We're going to hope that he can get back up and come back in for the second half. Stretching out his leg.
It definitely is the hamstring.
We're hoping it's just cramps and that he's going to be okay during halftime, but everybody.
As soon as he got hit, he grabbed his left leg, back of his knee, and he's not moving anytime quick right now.
Everybody down on one knee, just praying for this guy, just hoping that he's going to be okay. Even Maranatha's hoping. Nobody likes to see injuries out here.
Dan Matthews already starting to warm up on the sideline. Miller's definitely going to at least have to come off for a play here. Doesn't look good for Bobby Miller right now.
The Maranatha defense getting a very much needed breather right here with the injury. They've been just taken advantage of on this drive. Miller's sitting up now.
Matthews is going to be coming into a pretty much solid game. It's 1st and 10 from the 18, and he looks like he's going to be able to walk off on it. No, he was going to try and walk off under his own power, and now he's going to get some assistance from the trainers.
Just getting some support in the way off. Northwestern crowd here giving their support as he walks off.
New quarterback, number 3, Dan Matthews. Matthews had a tough game last week, throwing 2 interceptions. Northwestern can't have that today, but we'll see what Matthews can do. Definitely different size in Matthews. He's only 6'2", 190 pounds, where Bobby Miller is 6'4". Sizable difference, about 60 pounds in the two guys. Definitely there is a big difference there.
Matthews definitely with a tough game last week with only 3 for 12 for 2 interceptions and 27 yards. Definitely not the outing that he was looking for.
It's definitely Bobby Miller's, spot to lose, and right now with an injury, it does not look good.
Matthews looking to come in here and reprove himself with his chance at Bobby Miller's injury, though. Coming down at the Maranatha 18-yard line with 1st and 10. Got Unan out to the left, Naki out to the right in the slot.
Hopefully we can tell you folks what's going on with Bobby Miller before the half here.
Joe Vander out wide right. Passes out to you, quick pass out to Unan on the left, down to the 15. Northwestern trying to hurry. Clock stops for some reason. Northwestern did call a timeout in the play. I think that might be their last timeout. Down to the 15 with 2nd and 5.
Extremely quick play by Matthews, getting the ball out, trying to throw his arm there, see what happens. And Northwestern's going to have 2nd and 6 from the 15 with about 32 seconds. Trying to push this one into the end zone here for a dominating lead. Northwestern definitely having right now the defense and offensive game that it expected to have out of this whole season.
Northwestern definitely looking for either the sideline or a first down right now so they can spike it after the play because they're going to need some time to get the field goal up if they don't get it in the end zone.
Maranatha rehuddles to change up their play here. Northwestern just trying to get, something out of his offense right now.
Matthews steps up to center with only Gibbs behind him. Throws out to the right to Naki, going for the corner of the end zone. Naki could not get over the defender.
Another great defensive play by wide receiver Troy Naki, and a UMAC All-American preseason-wise. Definitely, shutting down the possible interception. We're going to actually throw it to replay here. Show Troy Naki playing nice defensive ball.
Good defense by Troy Hampton there from Maranatha, the freshman defensive back.
Troy Naki trying to come back over Hampton's back and make the catch, but if you can't make the catch, don't let the other team do it.
Seeing some good plays here by freshman defensive backs for both teams. Charles Hampton there with that good play, and the interception earlier by Northwestern.
27 seconds here for Northwestern. With 3rd and 6,
Matthews with the pass gets taken down.
Big time pressure.
Didn't go down right away, but still with the sack by Maranatha. That'll bring in the field goal unit. Clock is still running with 14 seconds left. They're going to try to get this off.
As they can. With 10,
4th and 8,
9, 8, 7, 6.
Holzman trying to get this off.
4, 3.
Flag here.
Clock is going to stop with 2.4 seconds. Northwestern trying to get their team out there to attempt a very, very quick field goal.
False start on Northwestern. Going to move them back 5 yards, but it will stop the clock.
It's going to make a sizable kick difference, putting it on the 22. Probably attempting about a
39-yard field goal here. Did not get the kickoff in time, so we will go to halftime with the Northwestern College Eagles up 21-0.
Northwestern's kind of got to be disappointed, taking that last drive with the last couple minutes, right before half and getting shut down, losing Bobby Miller with what appears to be a hamstring injury. We can't really tell you anything more than that right now. Northwestern coming up with no points on that last drive. Thought Northwestern might at least get 3 there, but couldn't get the kickoff.
They're going to go into the locker room happy, though, with the 21-0 lead.
Welcome back to Northwestern football. Northwestern's Eagles right now are leading 21-0 at halftime. We are actually going to throw it down to our sideline reporter, Paul Keller, who has a very interesting interview wherever he may be. Paul, going down to you, buddy.